Hello, good day, and welcome to Tuesday Thoughts. My name is Patrick Okbe, and first of all, I want to send my apologies for not meeting up with the Tuesday schedule for this program. This is actually my birthday weekend, so I was carried away by activities. Today, I want to talk to you about building a successful brand. I promised in our discourse last week to elaborate more on branding to help you increase the successes of what you do. And I will share with you very briefly 4 steps to getting started in branding. My purpose in this segment is to show you how you can start building a brand for your ideas, your business, and your personal life, in order to maximize profit as quickly as possible. Like we saw last week, branding is not particular to those who are in the business of buying and selling. We're able to discover that branding is for everyone because we all sell and we are constantly selling because life is a marketplace where how well we make it, how well we become, what we become is a product of how well we are able to exchange whatever we have for what other people have. So we sell our ideas, we sell ourselves first before even talking about businesses. So our success in life is largely dependent on our ability to sell. So if selling is important, and of course for you to be able to sell effectively, you need to be able to brand very well. So if branding is that important, then what is branding? Branding simply means packaging, putting things together in the right way in order for it to gain both recognition and acceptance. It's a very simple definition. Branding is packaging anything, either a business idea or yourself, in order to gain recognition and acceptance. Now, these two words are key to this definition. The first one is recognition, and the second one is acceptance. So, as we'll move on, we'll see how relevant they are in branding. Now, the first step when it comes to branding is that you must strive for recognition. Recognition is about creating awareness. People must be aware of your business, what you do, the idea that you represent yourself. They must be aware that you exist, your business exists, and that these are the solutions that your business profiles. To achieve awareness, you must first, as a matter of fact, understand and communicate the uniqueness of your idea and business. That is the first thing when it comes to creating recognition. You must know what makes you unique, what makes your business unique, what makes your idea unique, and what makes your person unique. We are all unique in our different ways. So, our uniqueness is the soul of the business or the person. What it means is that if your idea or business is similar to that of everyone around, then there wouldn't be any need to patronize you in the first place. You must be able to stand out for you to be meaningful. You must stand out for people to want to stand with you. As it is true in business, so it is in promoting ideologies, even in human relationship and society. The second step is enhance acceptability. Acceptance talks about appeal. Your idea, personality, and business must be positioned in such a way that it will make sense to the target audience or market. Everything about you must speak the language that the audience and customers will understand. It does not necessarily mean blending totally to the expectation of other people, but it means to make yourself interesting enough that people will want you, people will desire you. And you should know that living up to expectation does not arouse interest. What really raises interest is being outstanding. So your duty here is to let your business, idea, or person appear in such a way that people will understand that you make sense. There is sense in what you are doing and you are worth patronizing, you are worth staying with, you are worth, standing with. Now, let me use personal branding as an example. You cannot dress like a hip hop artist and expect to be treated and welcomed like a pastor. No, They are two different things. So acceptability here now has to do with you first appealing. Appealing, that's the word. You need to appeal. And you must know what they want for you to appeal to them. This is key. Because if you appear like a hip hop artist, you wouldn't make sense. You look almost like a mad person. Because the packaging, the branding of the two persons are not the same. Now the third one is that you must create symbol. You must know how to create symbol, and you must create it. Again, you have to create a symbol that reinforces your brand to your customers, even without words. Words are for the settled mind. What we learned is that man has become overly busy, that thinking is like a work to him. And not everyone has the time to reason or think things through. This looks funny, but it's the truth. Most persons have their thoughts processed and programmed by their bosses and establishments. Of course, maybe that's why a greater part of the population are employees. They may not have the time to digest words, so you connect your brand to a symbol and show them more of the symbols. You have to help them understand and recognize you. This is very important because if they cannot recognize you, you wouldn't grow. So you need to create symbol and connect to them using symbols. It's very, very important. All right. Now, the fourth one, which is the last point, is that you need to allow time to work on your brand. Now, be willing to allow time to work on your brand and effort. Branding is like a seed. It needs time to grow. You must create your brand awareness today, but it will take time for actual acceptance to happen. This is not about the quality of your brand, but people will naturally need time to prove the validity and reliability of your brand. So it's not a crime if you don't get immediate feedback. Time is of essence as far as branding is concerned. I learned that most times we don't give the customers the benefit of doubt. The primary steps to business success is learning to become the customer first. Apply the golden rule. Will you buy from you the way you expect others to? Will you? Use yourself as a case study. How many times have you bought without making adequate considerations? Majority of us only make buying decisions after we have seen evidence and proof of results. And that is same thing applies to majority of the customers out there. So you need to give them benefit of doubt, allow them time to understand your message and find connection with it. That time is very, very important and is key to the success of your brand so that you don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself and unrealistic expectations on your customers and in the process. A good example of this is if a state governor, for instance, opens a social media account, let's say early in the morning, and then the average individual does same, you will discover that it will take that individual about 5 years to get the kind of followership that the governor will get within the next 6 hours. Why? The reason is because the governor has been tested and trusted. People have seen, they know him, he's recognized, he's accepted by virtue of the position that he holds. So, same thing applies to branding. You need to allow it time. You need to allow it. They will get to a time when you have been consistent in taking the necessary step as far as branding is concerned. When you've gotten to that level where you have built a reputable brand, then you can command such acceptance from the customers. But if you are like the average business person out there who is just starting out, then you need time to build and develop your brand. Now, these initial 4 steps that I have given should help you begin the process of branding. Like I said, this is the preparatory stage that will usher in the full message. Now, next week, I'm going to show you how to build brand properly. This is like a preparatory stage that anybody can apply, but you need detailed information like I will present here with you, share with you next week on branding. I want to thank you so much for keeping the time with me and watching this program. I promise you, like I said when we started earlier, that you always gain something each time you do. Thank you for watching. Patrick Ogbe is my name, and your growth is my passion.